So we're going to jump right into doing some math. Do the math as a core Eureka Math belief. We believe that students learn math best when they do math, and so we also believe that teachers also teach the math the best when they do the math. So let's do some math together. Show me your stick of 10 linking cubes. Okay? All right, so you're going to take off half the cubes in one chunk. So you should have 2 sets of 5. Trade cubes with a partner so you have 10 cubes, but they're in 2 different colors. All right, so you should have a 10 cube stick, and it should be in 5 groups. Right, 2 different colors, 5 groups. All right, I'm going to tell you a math story, and I'd like you to use your cubes to model that story as I tell it. All right, so there are 5 cars in a parking lot parked in a row. Okay, everybody show me your 5 cars. All right, and 3 more cars park next to those in the same row. How many cars are there in the parking lot now? Great, so we have 8 what? 8 cars. We're going to pay really close attention to those units today as we work. All right, so let's continue our story. Keep your 8 cars. 8 cars are in the parking lot, parked in that row. Now 5 of those cars drive away. How many cars are left in the parking lot? We've got 3 cars in the parking lot. So we might say 8 minus 5 equals 3 cars. All right, now I'm going to take one cube and draw. We're going to change the value of this cube. This cube is now worth 1/8. 1/8. All right, show me 3 copies of 1/8. All right, so 3 copies of 1/8. What's the value of this unit that we now have? 3/8. Awesome. So if I were to ask you to add 5/8 to that 3/8 that you have, what would we have total? We'd have 1 whole. So 5/8 and 3/8 gives us that 1 whole, or 8/8. All right, so now we're going to change the value of a unit again to 4. So each block is worth 4. If I showed you 8 cubes again, how many 4s does this show? It shows 8 4s, and we can count them. I see 5 4s and no, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. We can count them. All right, so I'd like you to use your colors to break apart that 8 4s into 5 4s and 3 4s. What parts do we have? Great, we have 5 4s and 3 4s. And what's the value of the total? 32. How did you get that 32? So I hear you knew that 5 4s was 20. You can count by 5s to get that. And 3 4s was 12, and then 20 plus 12 gives you that 32. All right, so that's that idea of part-whole relationships that we just went through with lots of different, we had whole numbers, we had fractions, and we had groups of numbers. We had groups of 4 that we were working with. That idea of part-whole relationship is going to carry on throughout the rest of the session today. So if you turn to page 1 of your participant handout, take a look at the directions for the section called Number Bonds. All right, what questions do we have about those directions? All right, so just as a summary, when it says number sentences, we're going to be writing equations, and you're going to get timed just to keep the time. You're going to get about a minute for your personal analysis, so quiet thinking time for a minute, 2 minutes to share with a partner, 2 minutes to write your equations, and then 2 minutes to share out. Okay, so on page 2 of your participant handout is the sequence of number bonds I'd like you to take a look at.